That is the only disgusting thing I can say about China. Didn't live up to it. I'm not a big fan of. I was a bit disappointed. So weak. Oh my god, this surprised me so much. Undoubtedly, my favorite part was, I would say it's even better than so friendly and they're so patient. Will I come back to China? Good, very early morning to you. So it's 5 a.m. I'm on my way to the airport. My flight is at 8:30. It will take me about an hour and a bit to get there. Today is the first day of a Chinese holiday. It's their Labor Day or something, one of the major holidays of the year for them. I've always heard that trains are packed and airports are packed when it's a holiday. So hopefully 2 hours is enough. I don't have any luggage, so I think it will be fine. But first I have to have a stopover in Shenzhen. Now, in Shenzhen is where I'm going to be doing something for the very first time. Let's get to the airport. Okay, so I've got off the metro. I'm heading to the airport express train now. Apparently it leaves in 2 minutes. So I think I just made it. So I'll get to the airport, no problems. And look at these nice, comfortable chairs. They got USB charging, and it's all very clean. The train ride was super fast, super smooth, and it only cost 25 yuan. Great value. Okay, so this airport is huge. Not surprising. Look, it goes so far back. It goes all the way down there. Okay, English, there we go. Passport. Scan the passport. Gate C53, boarding time 8 o'clock. Okay, so I'm through security. It probably took less than 5 minutes, and most of that was just waiting to get my bag after it being put to the other lane. There's not as many people here as I thought, so maybe they're coming later, or maybe it's just not as busy as I thought it would be. Maybe people use trains because the train network is very good. The seats are very comfortable. I have enough legroom. We've got a footrest, even like a little TV with some movies so I can watch that. And they even have somewhere to charge your phone. I wasn't expecting that. On my previous flights, they didn't have that. So, good first impressions of Air China. I can finally watch Avatar and see Zhangjiajie National Park. This is the food that's provided by the airline. Comes in a cute little bag with pandas. Very nice compared to normal trays. So what have we got here? We've got a nut and fruit mix. Now I got some sort of chicken sandwich. It's hot. We've got yogurt, I guess. Okay, so a nice little snack pack. So here's the chicken sandwich. It looks quite dry, so not very appetizing. Yeah, so it's very dry. Not great. Not gonna finish this. Need some sort of sauce as well. Food on Chinese airplanes is not great. I'm in Shenzhen. I landed on time, even though I left 25 minutes late. Look at this airport. It is so big and it looks great. Look at it. The roof looks awesome. I was able to check in early. The ticket has no gate number because it's so early, which is fine. In previous episodes, I said I use Trip.com a lot, especially in China. It has a lot of great deals, a lot of hotels you can use. You can easily book trains and you get the rewards. Now, one of the rewards, because I've been using them for a little bit, free VIP pass. I'm going to try a VIP lounge for the first time. Now, I'm not flying business class, I'm just using this pass. Okay, so I was told not that one. It did say in front of gate 9, and that is gate 9. Maybe it's this one. Let's try again. Take 2. Okay, so it's not even the lounge, it's just a nice seating area with a little bit of food. I don't think I'm gonna use this one. I might wait until I'm at a different airport. This is not a lounge experience. Okay, so that's a shame, but of course, for free, it's not going to be great. Definitely not worth using my VIP pass for that. Unfortunately, I will talk a little bit about my thoughts on China, what I think was the best thing to do, what things maybe I didn't like. Undoubtedly, my favorite part was Dandong and seeing North Korea. North Korea has always fascinated me. I'm going to go there in the future, and it was great to see it up close, even closer than the DMZ in South Korea. Next, I really like Chongqing. I thought it'd be interesting to see how mountainous it is, and how they've built all the buildings into and on and around the mountains. But it's even better than I thought it was. And they have a lot of markets. The drone show was amazing. And then Zhangjiajie, the national park at the start, that was good. The less touristy parts were fantastic. Tianzi Mountain and Wanjiajie, the Avatar Mountains, not great. I thought the views would be better. Tianmen Mountain inside, like at the center of Zhangjiajie, very good with the stairway to heaven. That was great. Xi'an, I had very high expectations on Xi'an, and it didn't live up to it. It wasn't as interesting as I thought it would be. The Terracotta Warriors were a bit of a disappointment. And like going around the wall, there was not much to see. The wall is what you see. The food didn't taste very different to Chongqing. I thought it would have more of a Middle Eastern influence because of the history regarding the Silk Road, but I think I found one kebab kind of place and it wasn't great. Beijing, a lot of history, a lot of things to see, but it's just a big city, too big. Like, it works well, it functions well, it doesn't feel like it's very, very populated, like with Chongqing, but it's just too big. I'm not a big fan of big cities. But the Great Wall, Jinshanlin, amazing. Go there. Do not go to any other part of the wall. It will be too touristy, it will be too busy. You're not going to get great photos. You're not going to see the wall untouched. Definitely go to Jinshanling. The food was a lot better than I thought it would be. Of course, they have some weird types of food, like intestines, duck heads, pig heads, but it wasn't as obvious as I thought it would be. And then they have a lot of regular dishes, and they're always asking foreigners if they want it spicy or not. For me, it didn't bother me at all, but if you can't handle spice, it's good that they will be asking you. The Shilong Bao, the steamed buns, amazing everywhere I went. The cold noodle dishes, I've never really been interested in cold noodles, but they were my favorite type of cold noodles. Wonton dishes, I was a bit disappointed. The broth in a lot of the soup dishes I had weren't great, lacking flavor. So I'd recommend sticking with noodle dishes. And the rice, it's just plain white rice. So if you want that, get it. The snacks you find along the street, you can buy some, but they get given to you constantly for free. And one thing that's a little bit disappointing, when I went to the snack streets, food markets around each of the different places, it was all the same type of thing, regardless of the different parts of China, the different provinces. I was hoping it would be more different. But yeah, I couldn't really identify any differences between the cuisines in the different parts of China. Except Chongqing, there was a lot more chili. The beer, I only have one beer that was like above 4.5%. All the beer here is so weak, but it's quite cheap. Some, like if you buy it from a convenience store, it's going to be cheaper than in Vietnam. But Bihoy, still my favorite. Transport I knew would be great, but I would say it's even better than Japan. Japan gets all the recognition for on time and speed and efficiency. China is the same, and it's so much cheaper. A train was never delayed. My flights, I think the first flight coming to China was delayed because of the bad weather in the northern part of China. But apart from that, there were no delays on the trains, metro, nothing. Buses came on time. Did have the trouble trying to get to the Great Wall of China, but yeah, that leads me to the next thing. Lack of information. So in most of the places I went, there was conflicting information online or no information online. And then when you go to the places, there are either very few maps, no maps, not much information. So it did make that a bit more challenging. In Beijing, it did seem a lot better. Beijing's accommodation, it's very expensive. I went budget and it was not great at all. It was a hostel, but I don't think it was targeted to foreigners, very dirty. Everywhere else, the accommodation was quite good. The hostels, though, in China, because not many foreigners are coming right now, they're not very social. It's not very sociable. Chinese people will usually keep to themselves, and I didn't see many foreigners around. So if you want that, China's probably not the best place for you, but I think most people that will be coming to China would already be aware of that. Hotels, good. The people in China are so friendly and they're so patient. Most people don't speak Chinese. I don't speak any, but it's no problem. They're very used to using translation apps. China's amazing with technology. So they are very patient translating and communicating with you through translation apps. And when I was ordering food, instead of translating, I'd just take a photo of what I wanted. If there was a picture, point to it. Otherwise, just point to the menu. No problems at all. Cleanliness. Oh my God, this surprised me so much. I think China is rivaling Japan for the cleanest country in the world that I've been to. Everywhere I went, there's no rubbish except down little alleys, which you kind of expect. They have bins everywhere, unlike Japan, I think. No graffiti at all. I didn't see any graffiti. You didn't see any stains or bad smells coming from train stations like you would in the West. The cleanliness is next level. Now, the only side point to that is the spitting. That is the only disgusting thing I can say about China. And it's only the old generation. So the old men and women will clear their throat, spit on the floor wherever they are. Never saw it with the younger generation, and when I talk to the younger people, they know that it's disgusting, and they said the old people don't care, they don't want to change. So that will take some time. Maybe China will have to start introducing fines for that. Safety, I've never felt more safe in a country than in China. Yes, it has a lot of cameras, but if you're doing nothing wrong, why does it matter? The cameras are a great deterrent for crime, I think. Maybe it's different if I lived here, but they're not very interested in you unless you're taking video in Tiananmen Square. Will I come back to China? Yes, but I would want to go to the west of China. I hope you enjoyed this massive series about China. I loved China so much. I hope you can see how amazing China is and how it's completely different from what the media portrays it to be. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much for watching this series about China. I hope you watched all the videos. If you didn't, go back and watch them. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and see where I go for my next stop. Bye for now.